that everyone I know is depressed, kind of. And that's including me. Good thing in this video, I'm gonna give you 3 tips to help guide you towards happiness. And these are nothing that you already don't know. Sometimes you just need to be reminded because we forget. So I'm going to remind you of these tips and hopefully they'll help you get through these difficult times. The first tip is just the mere realization that happiness is not a goal. It's not an ultimate destination. It's not a permanent state of being. And I need you to throw away the expectation that one day you're going to be happy. Because if I'm being completely honest, that's not gonna happen. Because in life, there is a mixture of happiness and sadness. You will be happy 1,000 times in your life, but then following that moment of happiness, you will have a low. You need to realize that you'll get to a point of happiness, but it's only temporary. And I know that it may seem a bit pessimistic to say that you'll never be happy, but you will be happy. You will be happy. In 20 minutes, I will be happy, but then I know that I'm not gonna stay that way forever. We're not robots. We can't set ourselves to a certain setting and stay that way, you know? Tip number 2 is knowing that with the bad times, there will be good times. Life is temporary and everything in it is temporary. When there are times of happiness, don't expect that to last forever. Just take that moment in and take it for what it is. So just as there are happy times and happy moments, you will be faced with a number of bad and horrible moments, but you just need to pause and realize that this too shall pass. That simple phrase has gotten me through so many horrible moments, because when we are faced in a horrible situation or an upsetting situation, we just think about, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? But realize that this moment too shall pass. Everything is temporary, and that also may seem a bit depressing, but that's just the way of life, and everything is temporary. It will pass. Everything is just in the moment. Let it pass. It will. You will move on. You will move on. Trust me. It's just a matter of time. And finally, tip number 3, and you've probably heard this many, many times before, but that is gratitude. You have to be grateful for what you have. And I know people say, oh, be grateful for the house you live in, the car you drive, for the friends you have, but honestly, that is truth. But take it a step further and think about all the bad things that happened in your life, and think about what you learned from that bad experience. What lesson did you take away from that? Because I am a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. And I'm pretty sure that the reason that that shit moment happened to you was because you needed to learn a lesson. You may not realize this at the current moment, but months from now, years from now, you will realize, yo, the universe just saved me because I learned this, and this about myself. You really need to be grateful for the experiences that happen, for the moments that pass, for the people that go in and out of your life. Because all in all, everything is temporary and we just need to live in the moment, and it's really not that serious. So to summarize, the 3 tips towards happiness is number 1, releasing the expectation that happiness is a permanent setting that you will reach one day. And it's important that you release that expectation, knowing when you're happy, you're not always going to stay that way forever. Tip number 2 was everything in this life is temporary and every moment shall pass, and we should take comfort in the fact that nothing is temporary, and every moment, whether good or bad, will pass, but it's up to us to make the most of those moments. And finally, number 3, which is gratitude. It's important to be grateful for the things that are already in our life, for the people that are in our life, for the things that we have in our life, and also the experiences in our life, the good and the bad experiences in our life, and how they taught us a lesson, and how if it weren't for those experiences and those horrible people, horrible things that came into our life, we wouldn't be where we are today. We wouldn't have the mindset we have today. We wouldn't have the perspective that we have today. Like I said, you don't have to take any action. It's just a shift in perspective, and a shift in perspective can go a long way. So I hope this helped, and thank you.